Your mind should always be filled with spiritual waves. However, the waves of desire, material comforts, attachment, and children keep arising, preventing waves of the soul from taking hold.
It seems that some black magic meant for someone else. That night, Adigalar reappeared in Roja's dream. The three families who lived in that house before were atheists. Following Amma's order not to enter the house,
Omsakthi, even if you come to me with difficulties as large as a boulder, I will ease the pain without you even knowing it. Melmaruvathur, Bangaru Amma.
Shakti Saranan and his wife Roja from Metur are devotees and volunteers of Amma. Their family is known as the Omsakthi family, characterized by their devotion, affection, and love towards Amma. In this real-life incident, this family is about to be tested in ways they never imagined. The family lived in a rented house. Since moving into that house, they faced numerous issues, including illness and mental confusion. When they looked for another house to rent, they encountered higher rents beyond their income. Despite this, they regularly worshipped Amma at home, comforted by the thought, Mother is there, she will take care. They were fully involved in worship center services. People around began talking about the home being bewitched, but the family dismissed these talks as superstition. The family did not have enough money to move into a new house. Now they were trapped in this house. The landlord urgently needed to repair the house and requested that they temporarily relocate. The family moved to a smaller, less well-equipped house. As the repairs were completed and they were ready to move back, the wife had a dream. In her dream, Adigalar appeared and said, Daughter, that house is bewitched with black magic. It's a dark house. Under no circumstances should you move there. The time is not right for you either. Going there will result in death, poisoning, or severe humiliation. So don't go there. After sternly warning her, Adigalar disappeared. The family was in a dilemma. Amma was warning them not to move, while the current landlord was insisting they vacate immediately. Shakti Saranan had applied for a company-provided accommodation and was waiting. They prayed to Amma and slept in a state of worry. That night, Adigalar reappeared in Roja's dream. Daughter, for now go back to the old house. Don't be afraid. I am with you, he instructed. Mother, you called it a dark house, a house bewitched with black magic, and now you are asking us to go there, Roja asked. Daughter, you must stay in that house for only 2 months. After that, under no circumstances should you stay there. I will arrange for you to get a company house within that time. Until then, wake up at 3 a.m., the time of my arrival. Chant 108 or 1008 mantras and worship daily. I will protect you. It's a dark house, but the electricity of my grace will come and shine in your house. Be brave. After saying this, Adigalar disappeared. They chose an auspicious day and moved back into the old house. With the help of volunteers, they performed the 108 or 1008 mantra worship and settled in. Every morning, they woke up early to perform the mantra worship as instructed by Adigalar. One early morning, Roja had a dream in which Adigalar appeared and said, Daughter, get out of this house immediately. Danger is approaching. You shouldn't be within the boundaries of this town. Urgent, leave at once. Then he disappeared. The family was stunned, but they did not understand the order fully. Saravanan left the house alone and returned in the afternoon. Roja's health deteriorated rapidly. She suffered from severe diarrhea and was unable to even stand. At 3 p.m., while asleep, Roja had another dream. Adigalar reappeared and said, "Daughter, get out of the house at once. Don't stay in this area. Why are you still here when I told you to leave in the morning? This is urgent. Do you understand? Mother, we just returned from Chennai, so we can't go there. Can we go to Tanjavur?" Roja asked. "Don't go to Tanjavur. Go near the town where your guru is. That is your protection. It is now 3 p.m. Get out of this house and out of the town before the clock strikes 6 p.m. He ordered them not to enter this area for 15 days and then disappeared. Saravanan took the family to Chennai. He left them at a relative's house and returned alone to continue his work. At around 6 p.m. on the day, a tragic incident occurred in the neighboring house. A woman from the neighboring house suffered severe burns when a stove exploded and was rushed to the hospital. 10 days passed. Sakthi Saravanan continued to work, staying elsewhere instead of at home. Their belongings were left in the house, increasing their fear of theft. He returned to his home, finished his worship at 7 p.m., then sat in meditation. In his meditation, Sakthi Saravanan had a vision. Adigalar appeared and said, "Son, don't stay here. Get out of the house." Adigalar then climbed an electric pole near the house and cut the electricity connection. "Son, until now I have kept you living in a dark house and saved your family by providing the electricity of my grace. Now you don't need it, so I have cut off the power supply. I have arranged for you to get a company house. Perform a family welfare yajna there and then settle in. Your family should enter that house during the yajna." He emphasized, "Not many will come for the yajna, but Velusamy will be there. Keep him and conduct the ceremony." The 3 families who lived in that house before were atheists, so go inside after completing the yajna. Continue your early morning worship. Adigalar made him realize this in meditation, as if speaking to a small child. Sakthi Saravanan had no money for the family welfare yajna. Somehow he arranged the money and a date was fixed for the yajna. Usually at least 10 or 15 volunteers participate in a family welfare yajna, but on that day fewer volunteers showed up. As Amma had instructed, the family entered the house just as the yajna started. One surprising aspect was that Amma had instructed them not to stay in that area for 15 days, and this period ended on the day of the yajna. Another surprise was that the woman from the neighboring house who had been taken to the hospital with burns after the stove explosion died precisely when the prayer was completed. The reasons behind these incidents are beyond the understanding of ordinary people like us. It seems that some black magic meant for someone else affected the unfortunate lady next door. Even though the 15-day deadline set by Amma had not ended, Sakthi Saravanan had a thought. He decided to take all their belongings from the old house and move them to the new company house they were going to occupy. He hired a van. As they were traveling in the van, Sakthi Saravanan saw a grim sight. The body of the neighbor woman who had died from the stove explosion was being carried to the cremation ground. Following Amma's order not to enter the house, he instructed the men to load the items into the van. One particularly heavy item was difficult to lift. Forgetting Amma's order, Saravanan went inside, to help them carry the load. That was all it took. Up until then, Saranan had been fine, but he suddenly became ill and suffered from severe diarrhea. He realized that this was the consequence of disobeying Amma's order not to enter the old house for 15 days. Mother, my karma blinded me. I disobeyed your order. Please forgive me, he cried. After praying and asking for forgiveness, his health gradually improved. Somehow, he survived because of Amma's grace. Their unwavering faith in Amma sustained them, affirming her universal protection for believers. The family never had any face-to-face interaction, yet Amma communicated with them and saved them. Despite all the hardships, the family continued their daily worship and service to Amma. Indeed, she is truly the universal mother. Omsakthi.
Please like, share, and subscribe to the Bangaru Amma Global YouTube channel for more inspiring and uplifting videos like this one.